Good evening, Twitch. Good evening, YouTubes. It is I, VannKraken. Welcome to a Friday night World of Warships Legends stream. Another week down. It's been a week since we've been on. It's been a week since I've played, so going to be a little bit rusty tonight, but it should be fun. This is your home of quality World of Warships Legends gameplay. Not all the time, but hopefully a quality experience, if not the most quality gameplay. Hey, General Tav, good to see you. Hope you're having a good one, my friend. Been a good Friday for you so far. Things are going well here. My daughter and I watched the U.S. men take on Mexico in World Cup qualification for the upcoming World Cup, and the U.S. beat Mexico 3 times in a row in a calendar year for the first time since 1937. So if you're fans of soccer or football, as you say, on the other side of the ocean, it was a pretty big night for the U.S. men's team and an exciting night for soccer fans here. Soccer's been building. It's not the most popular sport because it hasn't been the most highly paid sport, but definitely gaining a ton of momentum, and it was a fun game to watch. Christian Pulisic, our Wunderkind, in the 70th minute. In the 75th minute, he scored to give us a 1-0 lead, went on to win 2-0. So good, exciting night. So happy to stream. Hey, Ryan, good to see you. I just want to start off by saying I'm VannKraken. I am a 6-year World of Warships PC player, though not as much lately. Been playing a lot more Legends in PC since the alpha test of Legends, which is, gosh, over 2 years ago, right, guys? Something like that. So lots of new stuff incoming. We're a new update. We're sitting on the Admiralty backing of the new update stream. But before we get started on that, I just want to say thank you to you, Ryan, and General Tav for being on the stream. That's always appreciated. No one is ever expected to come by here, so it's always appreciated when people do. But we hit 300 YouTube subscribers this last week, and we have, I think, about 170 follows on Twitch. So just want to say thank you to everyone who's followed or subbed. It's free to sub on YouTube, not free to sub on Twitch, right? It's the nomenclature thing, but it's been fun. We've been posting kind of produced YouTube videos since maybe December of last year, so to get to 300 subscribers is pretty awesome. I didn't think that would necessarily ever happen, so hopefully people are enjoying the content. We did put out a review last Saturday or Sunday. I think it was last Sunday. That's why I was off not streaming on Saturday night, because I wanted to jam through getting another review up for our ships, which are the Mines and Sirocco. This campaign, which you can see on the screen, you guys have probably already been game and know that. So we have basically the same artillery set complement from the Weimar on the Mines, 1 tier higher, on a pseudo hull of the Hipper class. It's not the same, you guys. It's squishier than an actual Hipper. There are some plates that allow it to be overmatched by AP in several places. So don't think you're getting a full-on Hipper hull, but you are getting those 12 really rapid-firing, HE spamming, and reasonably good AP spamming guns from Weimar, 1 tier higher, which are also shared with the Nuremberg. So I've always loved the Nuremberg. I just didn't realize how good the guns were until they were even faster firing, and 3 more of them on higher tier ships. So Mines will be interesting. Not going to be the easiest ship to play, but maybe a ship for non-cruiser mains, non-cruiser players to get introduced to cruisers with. She's going to be clunky to steer. She's not going to turn sharply. She's not going to be the fastest cruiser, but you will be able to fire over a reasonable amount of terrain, and she'll be able to put out damage if you can get in the right positions and keep her alive long enough. So it's a 2-prong campaign, which we also talked about in that review. It's goal 40 out of 120. Step 40, we get Sirocco, which is a French destroyer. It's an upgraded tier 3. It's not going to be your world's best destroyer, but at tier 4, I think it'll be reasonably strong and a good premium to get some of your campaign mission tasks done with. So that's never a bad thing. There will be more torpedo missions again at some point, or floods, or caps, which we just had, defend or take caps. So you get a destroyer and a cruiser. So it's basically like a free destroyer thrown in. Again, we're going to buy Admiralty backing right now, which I usually do on stream, for our $2,500 doubloons. Make sure you scroll to the left so you don't hit the default, which is a 12,250. So we're going to spend our roughly $6 after we earn back 750 doubloons and throw our hat in the ring to grind out this campaign. Ryan, I've been doing well overall, so I cannot complain. Thank you for asking. General says it's been okay. Got a cold or something, kicking your butt. I'm getting tested just to be cautious. We've had 2 people at our work come down with COVID who are both vaccinated. Thankfully, they didn't get nearly as sick as if they weren't. And Monk's here only for the free salt. And you know, this is the saltiest World of Warships Legends streaming channel that you could possibly come by. It's been an interesting couple weeks in the community, you guys. Not naming names or going into any specifics, but you probably know. It's been kind of an interesting week. Oh, we don't want assignments. We still need to go get our free gold for our cruiser that we unlocked. We'll talk about some of the other things that are happening along the way here in this update. Yeah, we try to keep it positive, try to keep it fun, try to give you some tips and tricks. We have very good players in the chat usually who can answer questions for you if you're new to the game. That's the most important thing, is helping people enjoy their free time with this game as much as possible. And we're going to actually do something a little different for our first game. We're back to win a battle, so we can do that in AI mode. So we are just going to play an AI mode game first. I don't know if you guys do that. It's not cheating. It's pretty much a guaranteed win. So let's take out something that we wouldn't mind getting some XP on. I'm trying to remember what Italian cruiser. I think I'm on tier 5. And I have not been playing it much lately. Trento. Let's take out Trento. Trento will probably get absolutely obliterated. I normally play a little bit aggressively. All right, we'll just jump in. Yeah, interesting stuff going on in the community, you guys. Monk says if the economy collapses, people with the salt are the richest. True. Salt will be the new commodity because it preserves your food. Salt and people with a bunch of kimchi in their pantry, right? We live in a Mormon area of the country. I know Mormons have a big pantry in case there's something that happens. They can go to the pantry, so to speak. But yeah, salt ruled the world at one point, didn't it? Yeah, T-Con is leaving. I'm sad about that. I think he's been a very good community manager. Obviously been there, I think, longer than any of the other CMs that we have. I like the Sailing Robin too, but T-Con's been there from the beginning. There was a lady who was there too. Am I blanking? Calypso? Maybe at the very beginning with T-Con. But all in all, I think he's been a very stand-up dude. I enjoy him on the streams. Good personality. I mean, I hope what he said is true, that he's going to a new job on World of Tanks console community manager because he's moving back to Germany and wants to be closer to family, and that's where he can work remotely and do World of Tanks console as a community manager. I hope that's the truth, because it sounds like it's a bit of a punishment, if you ask me. Oh, God. I see this guy that's been streaming a little bit lately. You know, we've been talking about toxicity in the community. It's an issue at times. And I don't know. I haven't heard anything specifically with him being a particular issue, but you've been wiped out. Hey, thank you so much for the host. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Glad you're streaming again. I haven't been able to catch really watching any streams because of work for the last week or so. But hope your streams have been going well, Cody. I'm glad you are up and doing that again. You're needed in this community. You've been wiped out. Cody was featured in our recent North Carolina video. He does some funny meme outtake type videos on his YouTube channel. So we got permission. I had to pay royalties, get a special written permission in order to use a little bit of his content. in one of our videos, but thankfully he let us do that, and it greatly enhanced the quality of the video. So thank you, Cody. Uh-oh. We lost our only destroyer, which was a bot. We don't have we don't have hydro on this ship. No sonar 1. Oh, we're attacking him with our amazing secondary batteries, though. This mayhem. Jump the smoke screen here. Hopefully we don't eat some torpedoes. Take that, bot.
An enemy destroyer.
Okay. Throw some torpedoes out at this guy. See if this Nagato will blunder in. Bots are pretty good at avoiding torpedoes. The bot isn't happy with you. What did you do to my bot? You're always messing with my bot.
Our team has taken the lead.
Yeah, my bots had a week off to rest up and really make sure that they're on top of any language violations. Oh, we're aiming at the ship behind. That's why our shots flew over, you guys, because we actually had the reticle on the Dallas. It's auto-selecting the Dallas for some reason. Maybe we should shoot the Dallas. It's telling us shoot the Dallas because it's low health. And it's a cruiser. It's actually the right play. So, bot is smart. His memes were spicy and always willing to help the Mustard Man. Thank you. That was fun. Cody's favorite ship, at least I believe he would say his favorite ship is in North Carolina, and it's a good choice and something we have in common. We were both waiting a long time for that ship to come out, honestly. Cody goes back to World of Warships PC, as I do, and it's probably my favorite US tech tree battleship in the game on PC. I honestly think it's one of the best tech tree battleships in Legends. Those who haven't necessarily mastered it yet probably feel like the armor is too squishy for them. You have to manage exposure of your armor. But other than that, it is a really good ship. The guns are awesome. And the guns are pretty awesome at multiple ranges, which make it fun. Chalky will come by later and say that Sinop is by far the better tier 6 choice, but I tend to differ with that a little bit. Hey, Nyan, good to see you. Nyan, yes. Nyan is a Gascon expert, of which there's not a lot of them that are good Gascon players, right? It is speedy. It's got that sneaky French boost power. Get a fire. I think the very first game out in this Trento, I had a really, really good game. Because I was able to come to the enemy cap, and we were like 2 ships versus 2, and a Nelson basically let me burn him down completely from behind cover. Never came around to contend me. So I went up with like a 90,000 damage, couple kill, top XP finish in the game in Trento, which was not expected. But I'm not huge on the Italian cruisers. Don't have very many of them on PC. Have not played the line extensively on Legends, though. If you play PC, the Venezia, the tier 10 Italian cruiser is just supposed to be absolutely amazing. I'm not sure we can say that about our tier 8 equivalents on Legends. All right, that knocks out our win in 1 match. That was the intent of that. We need to make sure we switch back into standard because we're going to get crummy earnings in AI whenever you're trying to accumulate XP, you're trying to accumulate silver. You definitely want to be in standard battle mode. Guys, it's popping up with all this stuff from the update. Obviously, Royal Navy CVs are here. Warhammer's having a collaboration again with, I think, some different skins on the ships this time. There's 3 weekends of ranked. I guess we've got one going on now. Is that right? Looks like they're longer this time. But 3 weekends in the 6-week run of this campaign. 6 weeks, 140 or 120 milestones. So I think rank goes tier 5, tier 6, tier 7. Get your steel there without having to buy out the campaign. So that's the good news about ranked. And thing that I like about ranked, I don't like to play ranked. I'm not worried about my steel balance, as you can tell by looking at my account. So I probably won't do it. Crap, sorry guys. To get back in the swing of things and not necessarily used to where they have all of our stuff now. Getting used to the new setup. Okay. This is not... It's going horizontally now. Okay, 375,000 credits is next. So we're going to triple XP booster for credits. Gonna play more premium ships again probably this campaign because we're not getting as many knights in. So, and tier 6 is my absolute favorite tier. Let's start out with Boise. I'll suck on aim because it's high arcing shots, but why not? She's a good ship, man. Talon has you addicted, Nyan? Really? Talon is where I'm at on PC on the line to Petro on PC. So I've kind of... It's a very strong ship under the right circumstances. I haven't played it yet on PC for on Legends, see how it's translated, but if you're doing well in it and like it, that's awesome. Hey, Free Time, good to see you. Nyan says you've been... Oh, hey, Hitman, good to see you too. Welcome in. Thanks for coming by. As always, hope you're having a good week. Monk says, my first 5 games in rank, 2 Krakens. That's awesome. Yeah, Trento's a good sniper. Those guns are low arc, or high velocity in the Italian cruiser line, so pretty damn easy to aim, right? Archer says, hooray, it's VannKraken. Thank you. Thank you for sounding excited. Hope you're feeling well, my friend. Hope your weeks, the last 2 weeks have been improving. Azure Lane iteration is by far the cutest. Which one is that? Oh, you talking about North Carolina. Okay. Free Time. Yeah. Oh, Free Time. That was a old man with Stream Deck. I hit the wrong button this morning. Actually, just basically testing a setup on another game that I've been playing. Which, guys, I'm playing a game from Amazon, which is going through its initial growing pains right now, called New World. It's a RPG, MMO RPG. Have not played one of those in a long time. Never played an MMO, honestly, outside of ships or tanks or planes. Never played an RPG of that format. So I've been having fun with it, just grinding it slow. A lot of the problems with it are in the end game and in the economy, and I'm not at a level yet where it's really affecting me. So I might be streaming a few different games down the road here. You may or may not be interested, and that's okay. But I don't want to necessarily just stream one game forever and ever. Though I do love this game. I'm going to keep streaming this game. There's no doubt about it. But it's been really hardcore Warships between making content and playing for a year. And it's been 5 solid years of playing Warships with a little bit of tanks and a little bit of planes mixed in and some FIFA, which I haven't been playing much of. Haven't even bought yet this year. Okay, Mr. Algery. We're not gonna give him broadside. I'll get back to chat, guys, after we're able to concentrate a little bit more on chat. I'm gonna run into my cruiser brother here. Probably. Let's try a salvo. Oh, he's gonna turn right into me. Dude, you can see me behind you, right? You saw me behind you. Could just slowed down. Okay, he's dead. We didn't get to test our AP on the Algerie, which was our goal. So we'll look at chat while we're turning. I have to roll back. Roll back. Hitman said the Warhammer German commander is nasty for all German cruisers. I have not honestly checked them out yet. That's the best thing about these collabs, you guys, is not because I'm necessarily into the properties, but and I don't buy them because I'm cheap usually, but you know, if you get a commander out of a crate, that's awesome. But for those of you who buy those campaigns, those content campaigns for collaboration campaigns for commanders, that's probably the best reason in a lot of cases, right? Otherwise, it's just a ship skin. But speaking of Talon, Talon has those same 180mm guns that Piotr Bagration has. She does have radar. She's relatively nimble, not super nimble, so she really wants to stay at distance. Those guns are lasers, and I think Nyan, if he's really dialing in and digging that ship, it's a long-range sniper that hits with regularity on target once you get the gun arcs down. And she can put up some big damage numbers. Now, in a legendary tier game, you are not going to stand up to any kind of fire, because she can be citadeled from any angle by battleships. You don't know what the Russians smoke in the Maidtown being able to citadel at Georgia at max range is hilarious. That's the AP, right? So that's the story of the 180mm guns on the Russian cruisers, is that the AP is fantastic and should be your primary ammo type. Same dude or different dude? You're gonna run into me going the other way now. Okay, that's cool. Negative what? You just ran straight into me. But those 180mm guns with AP are fantastic, even at distance. So make sure you're firing AP as your primary ammo type, not the HE. Take a week off, and you're back to the same thing. Why are you firing at me, dude? I didn't do anything but drive in a completely straight line. Okay, maybe you're firing at the guy over there, possibly. Unless that's someone in chat, I apologize. Again, we said we were going to get really salty here tonight. Every first game I play when I come back from a week, people like collide with me. It's a given. Alright, let's get fire on the Dunkirk. So yeah, those Soviet 180s, I have not invested a lot of time in Piotr yet, but I think it's a ship that I could learn to enjoy. It all starts at Kirov, right? Kirov is the tier 6 that carries those guns, and, well, tier 5 on Legends, but I really enjoy that line on PC a lot. Good gun performance. Lasers. Weimar in the distance. We probably could push this island, but okay, let's hold here, slow down, get fire on this Fiji. Covering fire for Atlanta. Hopefully can duck back into cover. The brain isn't warmed up for playing yet, guys, sorry. We're gonna have fire on the battleship again. He's got fire on us. We had slowed down though, so he kind of misjudged our speed. We're getting a little bit worked too. Loop back in, use the island as some cover. Get out of range of the Fiji. Hopefully set another fire on the Dunkirk. Once we stay angled to the Dunkirk, he's firing HE. A lot of French battleship players spam HE when it's not really necessary. Come back around. We're gonna lose the match, so we might as well try to duel and take down the Dunkirk. We'll put our good heal to use if we need to, if it recharges in time. I'm just gonna stay angled to the Dunkirk. Dunkirk's AP is not fantastic. If he continues to fire HE, we should be able to hopefully have a little bit of a duel here. Sorry, just catching back up. Oh, Hitman's getting ready for his 12-hour charity stream. Is that tomorrow?
Main turret critically damaged.
I know we just had Veterans Day here in the U.S. and you had Remembrance Day, right? World War I Remembrance Day. I noticed they were doing that in the Premier League last week. Well, congrats, man. I'll have to try to come by. Not 100% sure what my schedule is tomorrow, but have to make an attempt to check it out. I'll try to remember to post Hitman's link, you guys. That was unfortunate.
We're flooding quickly.
Now we have a Sharn, so we're basically dead. Alright guys, let's catch up on chat, which is more important right now than that game. Which rubbed me the wrong way. Rubbed for 2 consecutive minutes by someone, seemingly. General Tab says, liking Legalis and Yara currently. If you like Legalis and Yara, do you have DeGrasse? That's what I would say. DeGrasse goes on sale during Christmas. Buy DeGrasse. Even better. Very, to me, more comfortable Legalis and Yara. So glad you're feeling better, Archer, and definitely still kicking. Nyan says, hop on a show what Talon can do. We can do some count-ins. That would be fine. I'm going to be trying to play a decent amount of tier 6, you guys, tonight, just because it's the best earnings tier. What's the best on the York? It's AP or HE. People can chime in on that and probably already have. It's just so general. When you're close in, German AP is strong at short distances. So I'd say like anything 10 to 12 kilometers or less, especially if you have broadside cruisers, definitely switch to AP or chunk battleship superstructures, because the HE on German ships is not fantastic outside of the 150s from a standpoint of Nuremberg, Weimar, and soon to be Mainz. Well, Mainz is already here. I'm sure people have already bought it. The HE generally on German ships is not the strongest. It's not as high a fire chance. York doesn't have the rate of fire that Mainz and the other ships that have the 150s, like Weimar has. So at range, for sure, where the penetration's not great on the AP, definitely shoot HE. But when you get in closer and you get a chance, especially when you move up to, say, Hipper, use that AP at broadsides and you'll see some pretty surprisingly good results with it. Let's see. Oops, I skipped too far forward. Ryan's been having fun time blowing up AI bots in Yamato. Popping ships. Yep. You will do that in that ship. Nyan again says, the only problem with Talon, it dies when any battleships that have 380s look at it. Yeah, they'll citadel it from any angle, just like Piotr Bagration. Similar class, right? An island, and it's literally an island as far as it's turning. Vulnerable citadel. Yeah, that's right. I think Talon does have a hipper hole as well, right? Hey Octane, how's it going, man? I'm doing well, thank you. Another week, we're still here. It's been crazy at work, but it's been picking up. We actually hired 3 people this week. Talked last week on stream about raising everyone's wages, so I don't know that that's the reason, but we've got 3 people, knock on wood. Hopefully they'll work out, so things are looking up. Is it? Oh, today for you at 5:30 a.m. here. Okay. All right. When do you start your stream, Hitman? Your time. If it's 5:30 a.m., like how many hours from now do you start your stream? Is it in the middle of the night for us here? Octane says, just talking you up with someone else. I was appreciative of the way you talk about what you're doing and why you're doing it. You're a good teacher. Thank you so much. Very much appreciated. That's kind of how we started out the stream, was just talking about if we can impart a few tips and tricks along the way, like how not to steer into our neighbor on a constant basis. That's a good thing, right? So I'm not the best player, but I know enough to be dangerous. And I, most importantly, really like sharing what I've learned with other players. I definitely would call myself a competent and proficient player, if not the best player. And you can tell how bad our team was in that match because we had a 40,000 damage game and we wound up first on our team. Boise's a good earner, so we got 321,000 credits. We needed 375, so that's the benefit of a premium ship with a triple booster, even in a loss, you guys. So this is why running some campaigns and getting a few premium ships from campaigns that you can use in future campaigns is a lucrative thing to do. For Cody, we're going to play North Carolina now. We're going to put a single. Let's put a double booster for credits on, since we shouldn't need to get a whole lot. And we'll do a count in, you guys. Going to be on tier 6. I'll wait a second. Again, thank you for the comment, Octane. Very much appreciated. Hitman, 10 a.m. to 2200, so 10 at night. Okay, so that's your 12 hours. We're 12-hour, not 24-hour system, but I recognize 24-hour time. So 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. And then, so that means like 4.5 hours from now. That sound right? Awesome. Awesome. Oh yeah, let me shout that out, you guys. So we're gonna give a shout out to Hitman stream. Hitman, I want to say, was would you call it a Royal Marine? Is that correct? He is a veteran of the British Armed Forces, so he celebrates veteran causes and does events to raise money, like these 12-hour streams for different veterans groups, or possibly the same veterans group. I've donated to it once, but I can't remember the name of it right now. But obviously a completely worthy cause. So if you have a chance to jump in on his stream, he's the only legend streamer I know who does that on a consistent and regular basis, which is fantastic. So please use that link and check out his channel, give him a follow. And 12 hours of streaming. I've never even done more than, say, 3.5, so I'm very jealous of your staying power on stream. Who? Chalky. Chalky's here. Chalky is talking up in Discord the beauty of the Massachusetts bee. She's definitely going to be asking for that from her significant other for holidays, right? Octane says, watched quite a bit early on, learned a lot, especially on cruiser play. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. And whoops. I almost counted in. Okay, let's do a count in. We'll do 3, 2, 1, go on the Twitch side. Then I'll hit the start button. It will be at tier 6. 3, 2, 1, go. And loading. Ah, Hitman jumped in on my countdown. I love it because I always do that to him. Royal Marine Sniper, 6 years. Don't mess with the Hitman. The real Hitman, right? Not the imposter, as we said. He's a genuine article. He's the OG. That's awesome. Chalky says, the whole pattern on the Mass Bee is vomit worthy. You know, I honestly only looked at the silhouette quickly. I did not study the whole pattern. But like, what if it's vomit inducing? That could be a good thing. Like, what if you ate some bad shellfish or something and you needed to get rid of that? So I guess all you need to do is open up the game, go into port, play the Massachusetts Bee, and it's out of your system, and a bad bout of sepsis avoided, or food poisoning. So how many people are going to buy Black Friday crates? I probably won't, to be honest. I saw someone point out on Reddit, which was interesting, that there's no free Black Friday crates in the mission sets for Weekly Havoc for Origin of Wisdom. So mysterious. Very mysterious. So you're going to have to buy your Black Friday crates. I will say they're posting drop rates, right? So they've actually made a big effort on World of Warships PC, or making a bigger effort to try to mend fences with what happened recently with some of the CCs over there. So one thing they're doing is more transparent drop rate publishing. I know that on the PC side. I think they've kind of already done that on occasion on Legends, and then what is the mechanic? It's like every 40th Black Friday crate, you're guaranteed to get a ship drop. So there's no, you spent unlimited money and did not get one ship. So I like that. I still don't like the aspect of the gambling aspect. And the ship that will pop out for free on the 40th pull will only be the Black Massachusetts if you've got all the other black ships already, the other 3 or 4. So yeah, that's right, there's 4 totals. Guaranteed is 160 crates. And number 160 is the Black Massachusetts, because they know that will be, vomit-inducing pattern or not, the one that's the most desired, I would say. Alright, we were stuck on high explosive from our last game. This game is in honor of You Have Been Wiped Out. Commander Cody, need a color nickname for him. Cody, last week I had a Kraken on stream in this boat. I think about a month ago I had a Kraken in this boat pre-stream. It's been treating me pretty well. I don't immediately go into the inner area because of the hull. I like to stay a little bit mobile. Look at that. We just slapped that Leon for 11,000 even with him angled. But we took a lot in return. So I just don't want to go in straight and expose my right side on a flat basis to that edge where there's usually other battleships parked. So we're going to go around this island and then bow in.
Enemy battleship sighted.
Slow down, change course and direction, and bow in on the Leon. Hopefully we'll throw his aim off. Yeah, and see, there's a battleship on the corner. Fortunately, he compensated and still hit us. Okay, now we're not spotted though. He's in trouble. So let's...
All forces, capture that area.
Let's get our plane up. I love a battleship and a cruiser with a plane. Notice we put up our plane, we reestablish the spot. Our destroyer is in smoke, so when your destroyer's smoked up, or you're smoked up, and when you have a plane, it's very beneficial. You can self-spot, as I call that. I don't know what the technical term is, but provide your own spotter. We traded damage with this guy for sure, but after the heal, we're only down 10, and we
Much obliged.
contributed pretty strongly to taking him out. Chalky said 99% of whales that would do with buying Black Friday crates. Buy the big bundle, then buy 40 crates. Chalky has a lot of ships. She's a good player though. She deserves to have a lot of ships. Cody, are you still doing super test? I saw it was interesting they showed on stream they're doing what, a variant of Cossack? Let's say Cossack's a tribal class destroyer. We did not have the Miyoko selected somehow. Let's see if we get hits. Nope, I don't know how that became unselected. Sometimes the system picks out your target without you having to manually select it. Other times it does not. We missed a chance to Citadel that Miyoko because of that. Yes, and the message just flashed up there. Cody calls me the mustard man because if you have not watched before, I do play in colorblind mode. I just really like yellow. How do we get on HE as well? Tell I haven't played for a week. I'm getting HE spam.
The ship is on fire.
Oh, it's an Akazuki. Shoot. Now we're kind of committed. Damn it.
Concentrate fire on the target.
People shoot the Akazuki. 4 fires? I can't remember the last time I had 4 fires. If ever. Let's bug out while we can. So a fully upgraded Massachusetts, and then with the build that I have on it, I substituted damage control for the rudder shift. I like Massachusetts to be mobile. It allows you just to expose the armor a little bit less. God bless America. Dude, I'm gonna make you pay if I get loaded in time.
Enemy cruiser detected.
Pay, Miyoko! Pay the piper! Calling it. Over pens. So I'm calling it over pens. Just didn't hit water line. Or under the turrets. Miyoko actually has pretty accessible citadel. I managed to hit it. Alright, let's throw our plane up for spotting purposes. Ugh, I don't want to come back in range of the Akazuki. Hey Crappy, how are you? Good to see you. Long time no see. Hope you're doing well. Chalky, you're a whale on Destiny. Is that your big game outside of this one? Speaking of playing a RPG with some issues at launch, people who know MMOs say that it's actually been no different than any launch of a new game. They all have their issues. But Destiny was one that had a lot of problems, didn't it, initially? Can't say I've ever played it. Hope you've been doing well, Crappy. I see you pop up on my stream feed every now and then. I just haven't had all that much time at all to watch streams, unfortunately. I get in on watching Mr. Hitman every once in a while on a weekend day. Other than that, it's been kind of hard. Soccer season, outdoor is winding down, so we'll be going to futsal, which is our indoor league, pretty shortly.
The ship is on fire.
And I only have 10-year-olds now, so we won't be having as much. I should not have used my damage control. That was dumb. And now we're in an area where 3 fire spammers are going to be whapping us. And there's a DD in front of us. So we are living dangerously and soon to be dead. I'd really love to Citadel a Weimar. I just always seem to hit them for chunk damage. Anywho, hoping that I have more weekend time available and a little more weekday time too. So we'll have fewer practices and quicker games on weekends. So I'm gonna get back to do a little more ships and some other stuff. Chalky says, Crappy kept trying to touch his ships in Froggy's stream. Shaking your head. So some of you guys are buying Black Friday crates, it sounds like. I didn't even check to see if anyone was in this game with me. Doesn't seem like anyone made it in. Sorry, Cody. It wasn't as good as our game last week. I do try to play at least one North Carolina game every stream, because she's a fun ship. We were a very popular target in that game. Because her armor is not the best, you're going to draw a lot of fire, so I probably went in a little bit too soon. I probably could have just stayed bow in and backed up instead of pushing in. Definitely feel like I'm more in a cruiser mood. Let's go, should play one more on Boise. That's actually that should do our credits. We didn't need a lot of credits. That's why we went to a ship with a line. And we're just playing North Carolina for fun. I'm not grinding Kansas, you guys. I hate to say that, but I have no desire. We'll probably not waste, in my opinion, my credits on buying Kansas. I think it was a really, unfortunately, poor choice. Did they change this? Was this vertical and now it's horizontal, or is it just me? It's probably just me. Still getting used to this new format. I don't mind it, just getting used to it. Okay. All right, the third one's always the fun one. This one's easier. That one's pretty easy. So now we have base XP before bonuses. So we're gonna do cruisers. I'm actually gonna jump down one game to tier 5. We're gonna play DeGrasse. We'll keep a double booster on global XP and credits because we just want to keep building those balances. Chalky's been talking a lot about Stalingrad lately and getting me wondering whether I want to save up 2 million global XP for Stalingrad. She's been posting some really good games in it, so I'm tempted. Hitman has Stalingrad too, I believe. All right, I'm gonna count in at tier 5. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, Wheezy, were you in the stream with me? I think we're in that game. Definitely in that game. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and load in on the next one, you guys. Oh yeah, don't worry, dude. Okay, we'll go ready. 3, 2, 1, and go. Okay, ready. 3, 2, 1, go. And load. Yeah, we weren't completely out of that game. We were even on ships, but we were behind on points, and I think even on caps. I didn't notice the health of the remaining ships, so that's kind of an odd game. So Cody said, I don't know who's sexy that you were talking about, Cody. And I didn't catch if you said you were still doing your super tester role, if you've had time. Weezy was on another stream just watching and jumped into a tier 6 and you're in mine. That's ironic. Hey, Rich loves games. Rich, 2 weeks in a row. Good to see you too. We've had some of the old guard from last year at this time showing up, so I'm very, very thankful. Had some new friends and some old friends hopping in at the same time. That's awesome. Okay, Synop versus Weimar and King George. Yeah, probably likely to get burned down, eh?
Battle starts.
All right. Oh, North Carolina is. Yeah, she is. Hey, thanks for the host too, Weezy. Very much appreciated. As always, you guys. You guys are too good to me. All right, let's do kind of a scouting mission east of D. We've only got me and a couple battleships. We have no destroyers at our cap. Well, we have one coming. But I'm gonna do just a little bit of a swing here.
All stations, concentrate fire
Dallas
on the target.
really wants to die. Oh crap. Yeah, I forgot. I don't have the world's greatest detection in this ship. You have 9-kilometer torpedoes. Got to make sure you don't hit the islands when you kite out at this cap. I fired
All stations,
2, yeah, behind them.
engine boost activated.
We hit our engine boost and kind of messed up aim. Dallas, what are you doing? Let's make a turn. We're actually going to go around the islands to our left and just kind of set up a harassment position to support these two battleships. So we're going to get on a different line for the turrets for these dudes. So if they want to fire at me, they're going to have to take their aim completely off the battleships. 2 battleships are a way tempting target, easy to hit, versus me. So the trade-off here is they may not want to turn their guns all the way over on me when they've got 2 easy targets to damage farm. Oh, you were a battleship on our team. Okay, Wheezy. Yeah, that's... I'm not... Did your gamer tag... I need to basically spreadsheet everyone's gamer tags. I had started that since I've gotten better at remembering kind of the combo of your guys' Twitch nicknames and Console nicknames. Okay. Be a little careful here because we know we're going to catch fire from this cruiser. Oh, you're the Atlanta. Okay. All right, Hitman. Take care. Yeah, hopefully we'll catch you later today. And everyone, again, go check out Hitman's charity stream for veterans causes. Just did have Veterans Day and Remembrance Day, so do your part to support Mr. Hitman. Much appreciated around here. We don't really want to tangle with Fiji AP all that much. So we're not going to show him broadside, that's for sure. His aim's not fantastic, because he would have just completely spanked me. Is the fisherman. Let's change to HE and we're going to turn back inwards. He may be getting used to his guns. He's being quite charitable with missing us. Rich says the Sinop is a powerful ship. Is Chalky paying you on the side to say that?
Engine boost.
It is a great ship. It's a fun ship. There's no doubt about it. Sinop in North Carolina, definitely two of my favorite tech tree battleships, hands down. Being tier 6. Top two battleships of tier 6, and I think tier 6, the tier we're going to mostly play tonight, is my favorite tier. Best earnings tier, best combination of ships, competitiveness, no legendary tier. Crappy said, want to hear a fantastic game. You're top on your team with 796 base. Oh, and not likely top in the game, right? Unfortunately with that. Ugh. That's like our game in the Boise, my first game tonight. Oh god, I'm turning broadside to the Fiji. Show me that bad aim, please. He's continuing to do so, thank God. Thinking we can get mostly turned. Yeah, he didn't sit at LS.
Concentrate fire on the enemy.
Unless he fires at our superstructure, he's not going to do great damage to us with his AP.
Enemy cruiser sighted.
Shoots us in the right place, he can, but I think this Fiji player is new to Fiji. Got a battleship coming around the edge of the island, so I'm going to turn away from the edge of that island.
Concentrate fire on the designated target.
Both their DDs are dead. Let's put our plane up. We're going to spot for ourselves again. Ooh, got to watch this Byron too. Basically, you have to keep a mental map of where all the enemies are and try to triangulate your position so you're not showing a flat side to any of them when you're in a cruiser. Ugh. Oh, and what did I just say? That's stupid. The Byron, I thought he had reloaded already. Or not reloaded, or fired and not reloaded. Good shot by him. We were turning, so it was actually quite a good shot by him. The good news is I think our team's going to carry us in that match. So we'll get better base XP because we'll get a first win bonus, hopefully. So if you're going to bork a match like that, that's a good one to do it on, hopefully. Looked quite favorable. Okay, got our credits milestone. So guys, there is a catch-up mechanic in place for this campaign. You don't have to finish every week on the week that it's due. So I think it's because it's a long campaign, they're giving you that break. So you can catch up. Chalky, Sinop best tier 6. Rich says, VK, your GT is Scouse Warrior. Okay. Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen you in game. Not even online watching stream on your phone. Unless you're psychically controlling a ship. Cody fires back that Sinop is not the best tier 6. It's North Carolina. And that's a debate I fully inject myself into. I lean towards the North Carolina side of the argument. Because I think they're equally strong ships, but North Carolina has history beyond being paper. She's an amazing ship to visit, which I've been able to do recently. And she is basically a no-fly zone. Sinop still can be touched by carriers, especially tier 7. So North Carolina is very self-sufficient against enemy CVs. Were you in that? Which game were you in, Archer? I'm not good at checking. Is that the last game? You guys both in that one? Well, I died quickly, so we'll see. Alright, we're going to load up tier 6 again. I'm going... Go back to Boise. Going back to Boise. Okay. Oh, the North Carolina game. Yeah, I gotta check. I'm really bad at checking after we count in, for sure. You guys usually like telling me you're on my team at the very end. Okay. Alright, you guys, here we go. Gonna count in tier 6. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Go. Load. So we're base XP right now. Our boosters are only going to matter for our bank account or our GXP account. They're not going to matter for this mission task. Though a premium ship earns a slightly higher amount of base experience points than a regular ship. So you do get that benefit running a premium, but your boosters are not going to do anything for you. This is why base XP is the hardest thing to grind out in these campaigns, especially when it's a big number. I think they've had goals in the past where it's like 7,500 base XP for one, 50 renown step, and that's a lot of work. Can be. Well, if there's 3 of us voting, and Cody and I are voting North Carolina, 2 out of 3 takes it, right? He's even a super tester. Rich says, hey, listen, I'm good, but I'm not that good controlling ships with your mind. Through your phone. Through your phone interface. Tonight, guys, really, this is just about having fun. I'm just having fun. I'm not so much concerned about my scores. I want to contribute. I want to get wins, but definitely going to play a little bit fast and loose, I think. It's feeling that way. Last week, after we got broken in on 4 or 5 games, except for that North Carolina game, which was epic, we're going to hopefully get in stride here. All right, we'll go behind this island. We're going to go support A. Oh, guys, don't all come to A. So I'm going to mildly suggest... I hate selecting caps on Legends.
All forces, capture that area.
So we have 2 of the 4 ships from C coming to the middle. And we need them to go to the side they're spawning on. And no, they don't want to run alone, so they want to feel the comfort of being in a group. So we're going to have most of our team at A. I'm going to loop back around to C. It's going to cost me a chance at some damage accumulation, but it's the right thing to do. This battleship does not want to spend this much time in a Tennessee sailing all the way across the map to the other side. We can recover pretty quickly in a cruiser and reposition pretty quickly. It's the only reason I'm doing this. Oh, might be able to get some shots on this Miyoko while we're doing it. Boise has a good main battery range. We have to really lead a long way. Ah, he turned or we would have hit him. And the Algerie wants to be the 6th, 7th, 8th ship in the A cap, I guess. I get it. If you're in a cruiser, you're a little worried sometimes to go to the cap that doesn't have as many ships in it. Talon is not a capping ship. That's not where I'd be in Talon. Look how flat her gun angles are. See how flat the arcs are? You can't shoot over this, so you don't want to be in a Talon this close because you can't use the cover. Let's check who's in here, if anyone's in here. Archer and his Weimar! Oh crap, he's in the Synop. You guys are going to win. You guys are definitely going to win this one, I have a feeling. Our deployment is absolute crap. But, you know, the release of the full Russian cruiser line is so new. I don't blame people for not necessarily knowing the best tactical way to play these boats because they haven't been around very long. And he may luck out. There may not be a big influx of ships. Oh, there's only 2 battleships per side, so he might be able to hold his own, cruiser versus cruiser, if he stays angled. But he's broadside. You can see the shelf light behind you guys. Oh no, he's gonna get torpedoed. Don't get torpedoed. Yeah, playing Boise. Oh crap. Yeah, of course there's like the... Is that Crappy? Probably Crappy coming around the corner in the Synop. Good hit. And freaking... Oh, I thought that was...
The ship is on fire.
Not the situation we want to be in now, where our only support is gone. Kind of got distracted, or would have continued firing on the Russian cruiser, but we got distracted. It's okay, a broadside Miyoko. Oh god. Crappy, you suck. Good shot. We got a kill.
We destroyed
Hello!
It's all that matters. Synop's guns are strong, especially at 12 kilometers or less. They're very accurate. AP is not as much mass as the North Carolina, but the damage difference is not that great. Not tremendous. Just trying to break detection now. I don't want to give them an easy free shot. Okay. You think I'm gonna fire again right now, Crappy? I ain't gonna fire. Find a new target. Basically just gonna force him to refocus on someone else. Synop doesn't have the fastest turning turrets in the world, so if I get on a different plane, so to speak, a different arc. What do you call that in geometry? Is it an arc? Ray? Make him turn his turrets to confront me after he's picked out a different target. That'd be the best thing. Since you have to spend time turning his turrets. Being distracted. And I'm physically watching. Yep, here they come. Oh, a fire! Mass fire! I waited to fire until he was just about behind the island. That was on purpose. While I still had visual contact. But right as he was passing behind the island, I wouldn't be able to get all of his guns on me. He's a good player. I know he's definitely going to spank me from that range. So there is a bit of a method to the madness.
enemy destroyer detected.
Just going to stay bow in to the buddy. Come on, Didi. Kabuki-san. Damn it.
The ship is on fire.
Okay, the buddy's also behind.
Problem solved, sir.
Take out this destroyer. It would help the team a lot. Even though we're not going to necessarily live a whole lot longer. Helps the team. Crappy still can't shoot me because he's behind the hill. I've got to use my last heal. And because you guys probably already know this, but because Crappy smacked me with AP and Citadel me, Citadel damage, you can only heal back 10% of that damage. Fire damage, I think it's like 90%. So that's why loading AP when you can is fantastic, even in a cruiser, because when you chunk people for armor piercing damage, you can't heal back as much as you can fire damage. So whap your enemies with AP when possible. Making the Fiji move. Cody says, one gentleman suggested in Discord to have fan art of me in AL North Carolina and make it official for World of Warships. Is that considered like a Cinemax territory? I don't know. Late night Cinemax territory? Then be a co-promotion? You've been wiped out with the anime body pillow line? I mean, I think it's definitely a valid point. Can be sold in a matching set with the torpedo pillow. Could be quite popular, I don't know. It would have to be an anime version of you though, right? It wouldn't be just a straight version of you. It'd have to be anime. What would you look like in anime? I have to try to imagine that. Oh God, who's spotting me? They have a DD left, you guys, and this is not a boat. Oh, not a boat with radars! But I got this sonar one! Hello, Icarus! Yeah, his torpedoes are not likely to hit me. Just need to turn in close enough to get the Icarus in my
Battle ends in 5 minutes.
sonar range here. Steer straight at where his location is. Who's spotting me?
The ship is on fire.
Stupid battleship.
Problem solved, sir.
You die now.
Yes. Destroyer blown up.
You're dead. Alright, we killed both the destroyers. We're gonna lose the game because of Crappy and because of... Oh, they've got overpowered spammy Weimar player. Archer. I mean, it took Weimar to get Archer out of the kamikaze into the next OP ship. Crappy, I'm shooting at you. And you know I'm kidding, Archer. Or Yudachi. He's gonna kill me right now. Oh, not quite! I'm sailing to the back of the map! Catch me if you can. You have no DDs to spot me. You're powerless to find me. I'll only be found if I determine that I want to be found. Meanwhile, the Synop burns. Good game, you guys. So, 3 minutes to go. I have no one to spot for me. This is when you have those people on the other team who just sail away and you're like, what are you doing? I will keep going as long as my fire damage is going, right? No, yeah, game was rigged from the start. Crappy. Yeah, good game, dude. You had a amazing opening salvo on me for sure. I've got to shoot at this guy just because I can. It's a great day to die. Oh, you didn't kill me, Archer. There's a guy behind. Cody, if you were put in anime form, you'd be butt ugly. I don't think that could be possible. You're a very attractive man. From what I've seen through a streaming camera. I mean, I don't know. I've never seen you in person, right? Cody does have a North Carolina anime Azure Lane body pillow, if you guys don't know. That's kind of a running joke in dialogue. Archer, you misjudged my speed. Hey, we finished first. Crappy finished first. Archer had a good game. Man, why is it... Okay, so it's just... It does not go along with statistical precedent that you guys would always wind up on the other side, like 75% of the time. Seems like people are on the opposite side when we do count-ins. Sorry, vegging, I want to look at base XP. So 1275, not bad. Boise's a durable ship, you guys. The heal is kind of a super heal type of deal, which is close, approximates the British heal. Not exactly the same, but pretty damn good. So she can heal back a lot of damage. Alright. I have to admit I bought something. I've only played one game in this ship, and it was not a great game. Hey, Doug, on the YouTube side. Sorry, it's been a little quiet over there in chat. I didn't see you. Hope you're still around, and welcome. Good to see you again. You're having a good weekend, good Friday night. I am a dirty HE spammer. I'm not afraid to say so. And this is the third ship I've bought on World of Warships with the balloons. Only the second that was not on sale. I bought the Boise at full price, and I now bought the Weimar at full price. I was afraid it was going to go away from the shop. I didn't buy it just because it's slated to be OP. I really love the Nuremberg. And if it's like a Super Nuremberg, it's just Nuremberg is one of my favorite boats at her tier. Let me catch up on chat really quick on the Twitch side. Archer said just got the boat, but should hit the hay. Oh, just got the boot. Okay. Well, good night to you. Tav, also tired, headed off to bed. Hey, thank you for coming by, you guys. Very much appreciated. We're going to go for like another half hour, 45 minutes till about midnight Mountain Time. So not super long, but probably at least 3 more games. So, hey, thanks for coming by, you guys. Cody says, greatest thing 2020 gave me was that pillow. Yeah, not a pandemic. It was a body pillow. Sakeo wants me to be famous. A lot of the first time chat is the bots, you guys. So let's just say we're gonna ban you. It says block you. Okay, they're blocked. Kill it with fire. Doug says, no worries. Goodbye, money well spent. You know, it's, again, to me, there's certain boats that I think they'll be around for a couple update cycles in the premium shop, and then they will go away. Another one of them is one that I like to play. I have on PC and I have on Legends, and it's Belfast. I just don't see it that often. I think it is available again. Is that correct? Belfast is an awesome boat. So, all right, we're going to count in. We're still base XP. I'm running double boosters because of, again, earnings of credits and XP for global purposes, not to build up that balance, not for this particular mission. So we'll do 3, 2, 1, and go after we say ready. Okay. Ready. 3, 2, 1, and go. And we load in. So back in the day on the PC side, I was a top 50 North American server Nuremberg player. And I don't know how I became a top 50 Nuremberg player, but I think a lot of people skipped past Nuremberg because everyone said it sucked because it's easy to Citadel, right? But if you position it correctly... Oh, hold on, you guys. I gotta let my daughter in really quickly. Be right back. Sorry, my daughter just came back from the Boise State football game. But anyway, at one point I was the #1 Nuremberg player because I think, or number in the top 50, because people just skip by that ship, and I've always liked it and enjoyed it. And when I kind of got the specs on what Weimar was about, or Weimar, however you want to say it became very attractive by potential. So just watching how well it's done and knowing that it may not be around forever kind of just pushed me to get the ship. I've not played Nuremberg a lot on Legends, not nearly as much as on PC, so it's kind of been getting used to the guns. I think, again, I played one game in it. I did play a Nuremberg game, a couple Nuremberg games recently on stream, and someone suggested that, so once we're reacquainted, I think it'll be a fun ship. So, these 150s are high rate of fire. They're 1/4 HE pen. So you get better penetration out of your HE rounds. You can penetrate 37 millimeter of armor minimal, or at a minimum, which is a lot of superstructures. And the guns are not the highest arcing, so they're easier to fire than what we were just playing in Boise. But they're a little lower arc, so it's not as easy to shoot over stuff. That's the trade-off, right? The flatter the gun arc, the less you can use terrain.
Concentrate fire on the enemy warship.
Right. Well, getting spotted by a DD, probably in this gap right here, because the cap is turning. Fortunately, I cannot get a spot on the Atlanta. And I did not check the rosters again.
Torpedoes to port.
Ugh. Just gonna throw. There's the destroyer spotting us. We knew that was likely the case. Now that he's in smoke, he won't be spotting us any longer, so we can turn in. His guns are pretty good range. She's not the most maneuverable. She's a York hull. But not as clunky as the Boise. Well, that's you, Wheezy. So, catching up on chat, most recent. So, free times, there's a guy named Gene Blameyer, who was the athletic director at Boise State. Retired a little while back. They needed to replace the turf, and he is the person who had this brainstorming idea to basically use the field as a way to differentiate Boise State. So they've always been blue and gold. Sorry, blue and orange. So it was his idea actually to come up with the blue turf, and it's been probably one of the best, most lucrative things that's ever happened in a small market college football area. That Boise State is synonymous with that field. Everyone knows it's Boise State immediately. It's actually trademarked. It's been the topic of tons of conversation. So I don't know, other than a marketing kind of gig or idea, I don't know why he came up with that or how he did, other than knowing it would stand out and make the school recognizable. But it was kind of a stroke of genius. There was just an article in Forbes or Wall Street Journal or something, pretty big financial journal, talking about, from a marketing perspective, how it's one of the shrewdest sports marketing things in college football history. Wheezy's coming around the corner, so we're going to have to be wary of torpedoes. This is where that quarter HE pen will come in handy. Laying down damage on the Atlanta.
cruiser destroyed.
Gotta turn away from the Nagato. Question is, will the Nagato aim at us or the battleship in front of us? Thankfully, he's aiming at the battleship in front of us. So I'll talk shortly about more out of danger here, which may not happen. What makes this HE special? So you can just say, well, it's quarter pen HE. What does that mean? Well, basic gives you better HE penetration, so you don't have to run equilibrium of power. You get better HE alpha strike. So you basically maintain your rate of fire and full fire chance. You don't have to use equilibrium of power to boost your HE penetration, which cuts your fire chance by 50%, essentially. Nagato's melting. Just gonna angle away when he fires. You completely missed us, I think. At least with the front turrets.
Enemy battleship destroyed.
Clipped us with the back one. York's not the most durable hull in the world. It's not hipper armor, but I'm telling you, I think this armor is more durable than the York for some reason. I think the tuning of it tends to overpen more, but I could be wrong. Doug's going back on the YouTube side saying plays in a division with another Belfast player and you share the smoke and radar on Belfast. Yeah, if you can do that as a combo, deadly. Coordinated Belfast play is deadly. Call it the pay fast, or Cody will call it the pay fast. Some people on PC side used to call it the pay fast. It was one of the first proclaimed OP ships on the PC side of the game. Obviously an amazing destroyer hunter having both radar and sonar. And then it's one of the few British cruisers with light cruisers with HE. So it makes her a little more versatile, though Fiji is an amazing ship. You substitute the torpedoes. Yeah, Doug, so Boise State does play on a lot of like Thursdays, Fridays. This year we played more Saturdays during the day than any season I can remember in the last probably 7 or 8 years. And that's because they basically did a special kind of contract with ESPN where they would take a lot of those off days. I've been here in Boise 16 years and the team has been amazing. Not right now amazing, but pretty damn amazing in that span of time. Gotta watch the other Weimar shoot. Yeah, I'm showing broadside the other Weimar has the luxury of being in smoke, and that was painful.
Main turret critically damaged. Problem solved, sir.
Dang it. Ah! I don't know who smoked up for the Weimar over here, but that made a huge difference. I couldn't target him unless he came out. He came out. So we were getting kind of double teamed there. Ah! I wanted to at least kill the destroyer. Got 2 kills. That should get us to our base XP number. But anyway, just to follow up on Boise State, as a football team, they had a quarterback named Kellen Moore who holds the record for the number of wins in a 4-year college career run, 4.5, of I think 52 for one quarterback. And he's now the offensive coordinator of the Dallas Cowboys, and people are figuring out why he was such a prolific quarterback with a weak arm, because he is the smartest damn kid when it comes to football. He's a coach's son, total film rat, and is doing an amazing job as an offensive coordinator for the Cowboys. and is soon to be probably the next prodigy head coach in the NFL. So I had the pleasure of watching Kellen Moore play, I think 5 years, all 5 years at Boise State, when they almost made it to the Rose Bowl. Like one field goal that they gave up away and one field goal they missed from going to the Rose Bowl. So pretty amazing team for the amount of resources and the size of the market for how well they've done and how much notoriety they've received. So crap, you're saying reminds you of Mike Tomczak. Yeah, another example of that. Hey Moise, good to see you. Crap, you got 124,000 damage in 5 minutes in a Shores. Shores can dish it out for sure. The right situation. Flank kind of folded there. We lost our our battleship on our side. Kind of draw fire. That was the bummer. That happened. We got focused, and I showed too much broadside to that smoke, knowing the Weimar was in that area, and we gave up a ton of broadside damage. So I think with Weimar, the thing is, I think she's more susceptible to cruiser AP than battleship AP. So we're gonna lose this game on points. So let's jump out, see what the next thing to work on is in our mission goals. Whoops, let me get out actually. Yes. So she's gonna be a fun ship. I'm not the guy getting 150,000 plus on my first game in it. That was game 2, but let's get used to those guns. I think she's gonna be a very fun ship. And I understand why people are complaining about HE spam and battleships. It's requiring you as a battleship player to play smarter and to position a little more wisely and not just charge into areas where you're exposed to now, not just Weimar and others, but you'll have Mainzes in those games too coming up. So Talon, so again, HE on Talon is strong, but still you can run the, on Talon and Riga, you can run the HE situationally as well. Okay, so hopefully we get that. We only needed 700 base XP and global XP. So let's take out Atlanta. Guys, I'm kind of using all my more rapid earners. Okay, there we go. Atlanta is probably the best tier for tier earner in the game, in my opinion. So probably at least 2 more games. We'll try to play Atlanta and we'll try to play Scharnhorst. Maybe play Weimar one more time, see if we can get a first win in. Belfast is fun too. Aha, you can tell we used this last time for Commander XP. We'll count in, guys, on tier 6. Okay. Let's do ready, 3, 2, 1, go. And hit the start button. Ready, 3, 2, 1, go. Loading in. Yeah, Shores can pump out damage as well. Again, a lot of people don't like Shores because it's squishy. But offensively, it's a very strong ship. Weimar has soft armor and strong guns. Yeah, totally true. And again, Crappy, I think for me, I've been shooting at it more in battleships and in cruisers. And I think if you get a good broadside Weimar with cruiser guns, cruiser AP that's not going to overpen, you can knock it out quickly. Like I took massive damage from that one salvo. And that was my fault because I showed too much side. And he was smart to switch ammo type. So that's a person playing a cruiser who knows when to switch ammo type, which is really important. And anytime you get 12 kilometers, especially 10 kilometers or less, any broadside cruiser, even a broadside battleship hit the superstructure above the armor belt, you can do a lot of damage in your cruisers with AP. Don't undersell that, especially the U.S. heavy cruiser line with the super heavy AP. So ships like Baltimore, New Orleans do great AP damage. Hey, Richard. Mines is insane. Your highest damage game is 192,000, and that's on the Legend side, not on PC. The guns are just pump out damage. I'm excited about mine, so I think it's going to be a fun ship. It's one ship that I never actually ground out on PC. I do not have it. I just remember shooting at it a lot. And when it came out, I didn't understand. It came out before Weimar, I'm pretty sure. So when it came out, I didn't realize, you know, it's Nuremberg guns.
Enemy force detected.
Oh, crap. Dang it. I can't turn. That's okay, dude. I'm going to get out of your way. But we're going to get completely farmed. Because you're going to not let me turn left, right? Into cover. Okay. I wanted to go to cover here. I should have checked my shoulder to see that that guy was there. And at this point, I might as well open fire because I'm spotted by a DD in the CCAP. So there's really nothing I can do. I'm probably going to get completely wasted right here.
All stations.
Atlanta has been definitely feast or famine for me lately. Another Normandy shooting HE. Might be helping us out a little. Oh my gosh. Dude, you're in a destroyer. You can avoid me, and you could see me in front of you. This is not usually how I play Atlanta, like open water cruisering. She's just a little sluggish to turn. And her guns are not the easiest to hit at these ranges. But my team should be getting free shots on the Normandy right now because the Normandy is completely focused on us. So you'll see I'll really have to lead the Normandy a lot. Our Normandy should be just spanking them broadside right now. Okay, there's the second fire. He damage controlled? Nope, on the second one. Ah, let's turn in. If I stop firing, let's see if we get unspotted. We're going to turn in and try to use radar on the CCAP because there's a destroyer sitting in there. Richard, that's an awesome game in Mines. That gives me hope that it's going to be a good performing ship. Have you played a lot of games in it yet, or? Managing the hull and the health is going to be the thing, not making stupidly brave early plays. On average, that's not going to work out super well. Though obviously in a given game it can. Okay. The question is when to use the radar. Just going to maneuver a little bit to throw off the Normandy's aim. Alright, I think we're gonna pop radar now. Where are you, you little bastard? Thought we had most of the cap covered. Guess he moved out of the cap because the cap is already secured. I mean, if we had a destroyer to actually get out in front of the smoke and spot instead of sit in the smoke, make us do the spotting, that would be helpful. But you can't always get what you want. We'll loop back around. Ugh. No ships killed yet. Is quadruple fire a new thing, you guys? I mean, it's always been a thing on PC, but is it new on Legends? I don't remember getting quad fires before. I didn't read all the way down to the bottom of the patch notes. If they just put that in, along with the HE spammer introductions, it's not going to be popular. No, it's rare, but no. Okay. I actually thought it was only 3 because it's been so rare, but that's... You just mentioned it, Moist, and I had a quad fire on me tonight. And I can't remember the last time that's happened. Where is this battleship? I'm taking a pretty big gamble right here. His ship icon makes it look like he was totally angled into this edge, so I wonder if he's just kind of hanging in the gap. Battleships should know they're not supposed to run this far edge. Again, if I had a DD anywhere near to spot for me, it wouldn't be just my problem. Hey Pixel, how are you? Good to see you. Hey, thanks for saying hi. Yeah, I'm not on for much longer myself, but thanks for stopping in. Hope you had a good week. Thanks for coming by the stream last week. That was fun as well. Let's go around, go backdoor on the New Mexico. He'll be focused maybe on the ships in front of him, and maybe eventually we'll get in position to get some damage in this game. What is our DD doing over here now? I don't get it. Just don't get it at all. It's Akatsuki. It's got good concealment, long-range torpedoes. Should be fighting over that cap right now. Very strange. So what else is happening in the update? Royal Navy CVs. I'll be honest, I have not been playing any CVs again yet. I hope to at some point. I've just never been a CV main. Ugh, now that guy's plane spotting us. Can we shoot down his damn plane? Oh, it's just taking off. Unless there's another battleship over here whose plane is spotting us. We're gonna find out shortly. God, and we're going ring around the rosy, the island here. Well, Rich, you can survive a quadruple fire if you manage your damage control party. But I think the skill you want to have is fight fire with fire, right? Because doesn't that reduce the fire damage while your DCP's on cooldown? I actually have changed over some of my commanders to that, kind of as a test. Where is the battleship? It's like sitting right here. I didn't necessarily want to spend my radar, but I'm going to. Okay, we might get a little tiny bit of damage. His guns are turned the wrong way, you noticed. We'll just park here while you're spotted. That's why the DDs would actually be on the side of the cap where they could spot. It's such a weird DD game. How this New Mexico is still alive when we have 2 destroyers in this cap circle area is just beyond me. And they just missed. So, interesting. Interesting choices. And so they must have smoked up again because I lost the spot and had to spot for myself, essentially. Maybe they have it now. Okay, that took a long time. Let's go around the back. On the PC version of the game, they actually have a sign over here. Our Normandy's following us. There's a sign, a wooden sign with an arrow with a circle through it and a slash that's basically got a battleship symbol. It says no battleships should be going this way. Don't run the 910 channel, which is where I am right now on this map in a battleship. You're out of the battle for a good 3 or 4 minutes. It's way too sealed off of an area. And again, every once in a blue moon, you're going to have a push that's going to be successful coming this wide, and you're going to think, oh, that's a viable strategy. It's not.
Battle ends in 5 minutes.
Most of the time, it is not a good strategy. All right, let's see if we can close. Atlanta does not have great range. 13.8. Rich, try not to get set on fire 4 times. That is correct. Don't drive directly into the position where there's an embedded HE spamming cruiser. And you'll reduce your chances of 4 fires. There's a lot of Battleship players right now who complain about HE spammers, but you see them drive right into an embedded, so to speak, HE spamming boat. Ugh, this team. We still don't have the C cap. Oh my gosh. Really? Really have to lead the get hard a ton. Can you cap that cap, Mahan? Feeling we're just too far behind on points, you guys. I didn't want to come around this corner and take myself out of the game either, but the problem is that if I proceed to go straight into the C cap and be perma-spotted, which I will be because I don't have great detection and distance in Atlanta, I just got wasted by the battleship sitting in the back. Come on, I need to fire. Kind of aim up on the superstructure where we'll get more alpha strike because we don't have a lot of HE pen.
We've destroyed an enemy battleship.
And better chance of starting a fire. Shells that break, I don't think I have a chance of starting a fire. Okay, we're gonna try to hold in this pocket. Visualize the trajectory the Normandy was on, and we're blind firing. Hey, there's Wheezy in his Atlanta again. I'm bad. I didn't check the rosters. Wheezy, your team is overpowering us on points. I'm afraid. Now we have to go open water against the North Carolina. Yeah, right. Let's see what we can do. Oh, the Normandy's out. Just not enough time, guys. If our destroyers had pushed up earlier where they could have helped me a spot a little bit, I would have stayed. So I probably contributed to this points issue, but yeah, having battleships follow us around the long way too isn't great. Not great. Kind of hard blind firing from here. Good God, all around us. Well, Wheezy's team is going to come out on top. Atlanta's shells take so long to travel when they're moving away from you. Your shells just lag too much to catch up if it's a faster ship at all. It's a bummer. If we had come around the corner a little sooner, or our battleship was tagging along with us, had been able to go a different direction, that could have been a different outcome potentially. Still got 1400 out of 1900. And that's what happens when you go around the corner, because you just really suffer damage output wise. Good game, Wheezy. Anyone else in on that one? No one that I'm noticing. Alright, this is gonna be it. We're gonna run one more. Let's run Scharnhorst. And let's do Commander XP booster. I don't think we're gonna need it, but why not? We have a bazillion of them. Count in. Ready? 3, 2, 1, and go. Ready? 3, 2, 1, and go. Rich, the Atlanta, yes, the original HE spammer, right? The original, the OG HE spammer. And it's just situational. I mean, in that case, if our DDs had been in a spot where they could actually see and spot in the cap, I could have posted up on that ledge of the island before I went all the way around and just help support them. But I guess if you recognize you have an Atlanta running behind you, then you might want to be a little more aggressive in spotting in the DD. But the way they were acting, I just didn't know if they were ever going to actually take a spotting position. So that's why I chose to go the end around. Probably didn't help out. Again, didn't help to have a battleship follow me either. But it is what it is. They don't all work out. We wound up having more ships at the end of that game. But caps are important, right? Wheezy's team did a good job of getting in and getting caps early when our destroyers were tentative. So, and I'm not saying they need to go in there and die. They just need to go and be a threat. So go in, shoot some torpedoes. They can get back out and then re-engage if things get too hot. They had smoke. So, all right, let's be diligent and let's look at the roster this time. Who's in here? Buffalo Tasty. Is that someone in stream? That looks familiar. All right. Yeah, if any of the people I'm commenting on tactics-wise are in the stream, don't take it the wrong way. It's not personal. Everyone learns different tactics and has different opinions on these positioning things. I just know from a lot of PC games that on that map specifically, going 9-10 line in battleships is not recommended because it just takes too long to execute.
Enemy force detected.
Don't back up. Let me turn out. Ugh, got a fire spammer deluxe in the Nelson. Let's test my theory about York armor versus Weimar armor. Ah, we missed. Scharnhorst suffers from German dispersion, but you get fire every 20 seconds, which helps. Gun caliber, only 11-inch guns though. Right. Okay, they broke their detection with smoke. I'm gonna angle away from this area. I'm not gonna push this area with 3 spammers in it right now. Okay. I'm showing too much broadside though. Use my selector, get my target selector on the York. And then we get a pretty good damage salvo, 5,000. Hey, Sensei Dusty. Sensei Dusty. Thank you for the follow. Very much appreciated. If you're just joining on the stream, we're not going to be streaming much longer tonight, but lately it's been a lot of more solo streams, not so much division play, which a lot of other streams are, and I just try to talk through the tactics of what I'm doing. Especially for newer players, I think it can be helpful. It took me a couple thousand games to get my head on straight in World of Tanks, and a couple thousand in World of Warships as well. So if I can help you with some tips on ammo usage, positioning, class strategies. I don't play a ton of destroyers on stream because they're not my favored class. I will occasionally. And I don't play a lot of CVs. I'll warn you on that. But really glad you joined. All the follows are greatly appreciated here. So thank you for joining in. If you have any questions, we have always talented players in chat. In many cases, way more talented than me. So ask questions, love to answer, and help out players in general. But you may be super experienced, who knows? Okay, we're gonna try to bow in now. We have some battleship support. We're a little wide of these guys, and they seem to be focusing on some other folks. So I'm gonna try to get a little crazy and push the Nelson here. See if I can get into torpedo range. Thanks, Dusty. Thanks for the good word. Okay, gonna call for fire. Definitely gonna use my command wheel to call for fire on that York. The battleships are the easy targets, but we want to kill the destroyers and the cruisers first. Oh my gosh. And that's what can happen with Scharnhorst AP. Especially on German cruiser armor. German cruiser armor can bounce some shots. I don't necessarily think he'll survive this salvo. Oh, he's gonna slow. That's a good call. Oh, the one shell. The one shell got him. Okay, now we go full acceleration. Ah, the Fiji's there though. Fiji's gonna torp our approach. Nelson's showing us his cheek, which we can pen. Not huge numbers, but we can definitely pen it. Let's see another Scharnhorst here. See this area that I'm aiming at right on the front between the turrets and the bow? That's where you Citadel a Nelson. It's actually the same spot you can Citadel a Yamato. Is there a whole team back here or what?
The ship is on fire.
Saving my damage control party. People shoot at the destroyer for me, would you?
Position of a strategic target.
It's going to be the charge of the light brigade here.
Concentrate fire on the designated target.
I'm going to try to live long enough. Now I'm going to use my damage control. I'll be honest with you, I don't have the most agile build on my Sharn.
Problem solved, sir.
Okay, we got one torpedo. Gonna try to get around on the other side. Get my other torpedoes off.
The ship is on fire.
And I'm gonna focus on the cruiser. Oh shoot, I don't have him selected properly. Ah! That's why my shots went over.
Torpedoes to port.
Maybe I did upgrade my build to be more agile on the Sharn. It's actually a universal commander. It's a sheer. It's not a battleship commander. Hey, we got another torpedo hit. So that was kind of a... Wow, very aggressive push. And look, we didn't get these guys. Holy moly. Our Bayern is still all the way in the back. Okay. Alright. When I saw I had 2 battleships behind me, I thought most likely these guys would push with us. That didn't so much happen. The Atlanta's in a good spot for him because he can duck back into cover when he needs to. But I thought as we were disrupting this whole block of ships that our battleships might push with me and they'd be able to get some broadside shots. It worked out okay. We got 2 kills. We got 66,000 damage. Not a huge damage total, but I do think we disrupted this side. And our team's actually in a better position because we have 3 of the caps. We are on the inside track. We've pushed them outside. And on our side, we pushed them back behind the cap so we could take A. So, all told, we should get our Commander XP number that we need to get our next dose of renown. And with Scharnhorst, you have to stay angled. It's turtleback armor, but German battleships are susceptible to broadside targeting on the superstructure. So turtleback armor just means it can defeat AP shells at very close ranges. But if they shoot above your armor belt on your superstructure, on a Scharnhorst, any of the German battleships, you can still do 10 to 12k salvos up there with HE or with AP. You don't need to shoot HE at them. You can shoot AP up on the superstructure. So hey, our push helped. Definitely helped. Took out a couple ships. Again, push them back. Their Nelson is still reversing. We scared him off with a couple Citadel hits. And that is the spot to delete Nelsons. If you're in another battleship with much bigger guns than 11-inch guns like Scharnhorst, you can delete a Nelson by hitting in that front cheek area between the bow and the turrets on the side when they show you side. Doug said, oh, at least no CVs. Yeah, the dreaded 1 shell. Doesn't that suck? That always happens to me. Like, they spray, their dispersion is wide, you get hit with 1 shell, and that shell's a Citadel, right? So Scharnhorst is fun. It's the ship that I bought on PC that really took me from being a battleship-only player to learning to play cruisers, because when she's low tier, you actually can play her more like a cruiser. When she's high tier, you can play her like a bully. You just have to realize that with her AP shells, you're going to have to most of the time shoot up on the superstructure because they're only 11-inch guns. You have to be close up to enemy battleships when they're broadside to you to penetrate their belt armor. Otherwise, you're going to shoot up above. Atlanta's getting getting sporty now. That Fiji's going to work you over, buddy. He's going to go behind this island, which is a good play. We're almost taking on points. I just want to show you guys really quickly how I have Scharnhorst built. I did change it to a more agile build because, again, I play her more like a super cruiser than I do a battleship. This is almost done on points. Got pretty lucky getting 3 torpedo hits, so there was a ball of 3 ships there. 2 of them were backing up. Sometimes they'll reverse course and move forward after you've shot behind them, but the way we were pushing, you kind of tell they were continuing to move back. Atlanta got really greedy. So some ships too don't change obviously from backwards to forwards and forwards to backwards to while their acceleration's really poor. So that's kind of the case with the ships we were going up against. So we made a successful torpedo run on both sides. Again, this Fiji's almost out. That will put us over the top. Guys, use your command wheel. Use your B button and the command wheel to especially just select priority targets, maybe suggest when cap should be taken. Ask for support when everyone's bailing your cap. I don't use vocal chat in a random open game ever since going back to World of Tanks console. When the minute you would make any kind of suggestion on the mic, people would just get all pissed at you. But the command wheel is kind of an innocuous way to make suggestions, and a lot of times people do listen and it can work. So we wound up third, even though we died earlier than our California or our Bayern. I don't know which Bayern that was. The Bayern that had the low score is probably the one that's sitting way in the back. They were low tier, so they may have been hesitant. And let's just check mission progress. So, well, that was global XP. Did I put a global XP booster on? Maybe I did. That would be pretty easy to knock out on one more game when I start back up tomorrow. Might try to get a stream in tomorrow, not 100% sure. Let's check that really quick. And then again, if you're interested, just want to show you the Scharnhorst build that I have really quick. Yeah, that's our last endurance trial, believe it or not. Shakedown's probably one after the other again this time, but there's only 3. Yeah, 1200 global XP, that'll be easy in one more game. So let's look really quick, if you're interested. So I use Sheer. I probably should bump his level up a little bit. Azure Lane Hipper is actually an interesting choice too. I like having Ingenious on cruisers, so I'll use Azure Lane Hipper or Lucians on all my cruisers because I love having the Ingenious skill or Armed and Ready that shows the number by your detected icon, how many ships are targeting you. So Sheer, I actually don't take the HE buff because I don't fire HE all that much out of Scharnhorst, but the no-fly zone actually helps up her anti-aircraft capability pretty notably, and then she has a fighter. So I've been able to fight off some carriers pretty good, even though her base XP rating is not fantastic. Crisscross speeds your turret rotation, so again, I don't use that on that many battleships in this type of setup, but already have pretty fast turrets on this boat. But when you add this, it makes her turrets turn almost as fast as a cruiser. So again, you can really turn a lot, not expose your broadside, get in position to brawl and use torpedoes and keep your turrets on target. I'm using another cruiser-like skill to increase movement speed and also rudder shift. And then I have Will to Rebuild, but oh, this is one thing. He doesn't have Fight Fire with Fire. So we're using Will to Rebuild, and then actually fully packed might be an option to get 1 extra heal. And then, oh, sorry, Inspirations. I have AP shell damage and accuracy buff because German battleships have crappy accuracy in general. I have a lot of points to spend, so let's pump this up a little bit. This is my German cruiser commander too. Awesome. That's it, you guys. Yeah, I am done for tonight. Moist, I want to say thanks to Sensei Dusty for the follow. Very much appreciated. I will possibly be back on tomorrow night. If I'm back on tomorrow, Doug, it's usually around 9 or 10 o'clock Mountain Time is my general getting on the stream time, though sometimes it's sooner. It just depends. Of late, it's been in that 9 to 10 o'clock time frame. And that's kind of when people are used to me streaming, and there's not as many of the regular streamers on for World of Warships, so it tends to be a good time just to catch people in a block when there's not everyone else on. So hey, thank you so much. I want to say again, thank you to anyone who's followed me on YouTube. We've made 300 followers, 300 subscribers on YouTube. And the number of subscribers and just going through some of the content like the streams after the fact or the instructional videos there, we have a number of videos on aiming, on damage control, ammo type to use in different situations, ship reviews, the reviews of the mines and the Sirocco, that's out there, and that's gotten quite a few views, so it's just totally appreciated. Every view of a video and everyone who stops by and follows on Twitch or subscribes on YouTube is greatly appreciated, not expected. So thanks, you guys. Thank you, Free Time. Yeah, it's great to see you. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for asking about the blue turf. Boise State actually won tonight again. So they had a rocky start to their season, a new coach, but things are picking up. So again, you guys, hope you're all having a good weekend, getting some rest, staying safe, happy, healthy times for you and your family. So thanks a lot for coming in and stopping by. Black Friday crates. Yeah, don't spend too much. It is a gambling thing, right? You don't know what you're going to get. Remember that ships are going to go on sale soon, and usually at 25% off. And if you can double down with using a coupon, if they're really nice and do that, you guys can buy the ships you want for less doubloons than you will probably be able to at any other time during the year. And same with premium time. So think about that as an alternative to Black Friday crates, though. The black ships are cool, and the black ships have higher earnings multipliers typically on XP than even regular premium ships. So anyway, you guys, thank you so much. It's VannKraken. I am out. Have a great one, and talk to you soon.